Hi, and welcome to Introduction to Theology with St. Therese Digital Academy. My name is Mr. Caval, and I'm excited to be your instructor for this course. Regardless of whether or not you've ever taken a course in theology before, or you have no relation to theology or the Catholic faith, know that you're welcome in this course and that your perspective is honestly really valuable, because when we bring our perspectives together on a given topic, we actually can learn from each other and learn more. So the purpose of this video is going to help you get situated with Canvas and how this course works on Canvas. That way you're comfortable with the modules week to week. So this is the home page. You'll see here kind of a brief introduction explanation to the course that can also be found on the syllabus. On the left-hand side are all the different tabs, and we'll look at some of these, and these are the tabs you'll use to kind of go through different parts of the course on day by day. And on the right here, you'll have kind of a mini calendar of upcoming things. So, for example, Module 1 is already posted. In each module, as we'll see, we'll have a mini quiz and a module post that you'll have to write. And so those are assignments that are graded, so you'll see them up here on the right. So if you haven't had a chance to read the syllabus yet, make sure that you do. It's going to give us all the right important information for the class. So on the left here, I clicked on the syllabus tab. And you see up here the Introduction to Theology syllabus. If you click on this underlined, highlighted phrase, it will download the document to your computer. But if you want to view it in your web browser, just click this little icon and it will pop up right here. All right. And you'll see my email. Make sure if you have any questions, confusions, you're not sure how to do something, maybe you just want to talk something through, by all means, please email me. I will not chew your face off. I'm here to help you. And to help you understand this material and this course better, so make sure to keep some good communication. But if you scroll through the syllabus, you'll see the objectives. What are we doing? What are the books? Make sure if you've yet gotten the books from Miss Lorenz that you please do. It's going to be pretty hard to do the course without them. And we'll use the Bible from time to time as well. So these give you access to an online version of the Bible. You see some different expectations, exactly how you're going to be graded. So there's no surprises. I'm not trying to come from behind you and catch you off guard. Really, you'll know everything ahead of time, how you're going to be graded, all the expectations. And to that note, I've outlined the 16 weeks of this half course. So I'll post each module usually on Sundays, so you can work on one thing at a time. But if you want to get ahead, all the modules in terms of what you have to read are already outlined here for the course. So if you want to get that work for your schedule, and so both the readings in the book and perhaps some online articles. And if there are articles, for example, that I mentioned there that are not online that you want to get a head start on, just email me and let me know. Again, I outlined the books here, the required texts. And then there are a couple of videos that can help you, again, get comfortable with the course. So at the end of each module, there's going to be a post you're going to do in the discussion board. Since there's really only 2 of us for this course right now, you're not going to be graded on your replies. You're invited to reply, and that can certainly help in our conversation and growing, but the replies will not be a graded part of the course. But this video will help you learn how to make discussion posts and how to reply on the discussion board. So watch it. It gives some good tips. Every 3 modules or so, you'll have a unit assessment. This will be either a paper or a project that will summarize and see how well you mastered the material in those modules. And so for the paper, here's a little tutorial on how to write a 5-paragraph essay, especially if you're not sure how or where to start. And then down here are 2 tutorials on Google Docs and Google Slides. So your papers will be done on Google Docs, your presentations on Google Slides. You're going to need a Gmail account in order to access them, so make sure you have a Gmail account. And Google Docs and Google Slides, if you've never used them before, are online platforms. So you work online as long as you're connected to the internet. It automatically saves, so make sure you're connected to the internet when you're working on them. And you submit them by sharing it with me. So there'll be an option that the beginner's guide will talk about how you can share with another person and just share it to the email I just provided. And this will help me see how you're doing, and I'll be able to see what you see. And that way, too, if you want me to review anything, if you want to make a rough draft and you want me to comment on it so you can put forward your best assignment on the due date, you can share it with me ahead of time and I can leave comments and then you can work on it from there. Just make sure you don't do that the day that it's due, so give you enough time to kind of fix things if you want. But again, here to help, and that's one way that I can help you in the course. All right. So each week, the material you're going to have to work through are in what we call modules. So you're going to go to the modules tab here on the left. And you'll see that I've posted an introduction discussion board for you to introduce yourself on. So you click introductions. And you want to make sure, please do this by Tuesdays this week, so that way we know who we're working with. And I already posted a little introduction about myself to kind of show you how to do it. And again, from the discussion board tutorial, see all you have to do is click in reply, click in here, and you just write in here. Again, I suggest maybe writing in a Word document first, so that way you can edit things and look at grammar, so that way if your web browser accidentally closes, like, you don't lose everything. And trust me, as someone to whom that's happened to, that really stinks. So maybe do it in a Word doc or in a Google Doc first. All right. So let's go back to the module to look at this week's materials. So we have here 4 movements that you work through. Each module will have an option for prayer and read. So when you first start, it's going to ask you to start in prayer and to read and to watch a couple presentations. Then there'll be a module quiz that will kind of test on how well you did this first part. It's nothing huge. It's 10% of your grade. It's not the main part of it, but it's there to make sure that you've actually done this first part well. Then there'll be a part to reflect and your questions for your module post, and then your actual module post. So we'll click on the first part, prayer and read. And this first module is on what are we met for. So each week we'll give an objective. This is the point of this week's module. It gives you some links to some places to help you maybe to pray, to get you in the right frame of mind. And then it'll tell you what you have to read, either in the book, maybe an article, maybe something that I've uploaded, and then a presentation which gives me the opportunity to kind of speak to you about the topics, so that way you can digest what you read better and know how what it has to do with what we're learning. Once you're done with this page, you're going to want to mark it done. I already have it marked done, but I can unmark it. See, this is what it'll look like when it's not marked done. And so by marking it done, it will let you go to the next step to make sure you're doing things in order the way I put it out. So that way the module actually makes sense. Because if you start with the module post at the end, it won't really make sense without first doing this prayer and read part first. So once you're done, you're going to click next down here on the bottom right. And it'll take you to the quiz. So this quiz, they're pretty simple. They're not meant to fool you. They're basically objective questions, multiple choice, true and false, on what you just watched and what you just read. So this first one is 8 questions, or a point apiece. So say you get 7 right, it's 7 divided by 8, and that's your grade. And it's pretty straightforward in that regard. So I'm not gonna take the quiz right now, then I show it to you, but I'm just gonna click next to go on to the next part, which is the reflect and do. So then make sure at the end that you mark it as done. So once you finish it, so this is what it's going to look like before you click. Once you click, it'll say mark it. It'll show done. So the reflect part is going to show some videos. This week has videos. Some weeks will be articles or videos. That'll help you to kind of take what you just read and watched to the next level and be like, how can I integrate this and take this outside of the classroom? And it'll give you some reflection questions to help you process what you watched or read. These are not the questions that you're posting on. These reflection questions are for you. If you want to use some of the insights you took from them in formulating your module post, you can. That's what they're there. The module post is really putting together everything you read and watched, but you're not answering these questions in the discussion post. So lastly is the part named do, and these questions in bold are the questions you're answering in your module post. And again, the video is right here to show you how to do the tutorial again. Your answer should be in 300 and 400 words. They should be written academically, so not like you're just talking to me, but like almost like a mini paper, if you will. And really should be thought out. You really should be including references to the readings, references to the presentation, maybe references to reflection. Basically everything you've learned. You should be showing that you worked through the material and that you are understanding what's happening, because this is really kind of our assignment for each week, engaging your mastery of the material as we go. All right. Each module post will be due by Friday of the given module week at 11:59 p.m. So you really have the whole week to work through all these materials at your own pace from Sunday to Friday, which is great, especially since you're not in a classroom. You can do it when you'd like. It's just going to take discipline to make sure you do set aside time and not wait till the last second to work through these materials. Once you've worked through this page, you're going to click Next on the bottom right, and it'll take you right through to the module post. And then you'll click Reply and write your 300 to 400 words in there. Again, if you write it in a Word doc or Google doc and then copy and paste, that could be a safer bet. All right, so that's how you kind of work through the different modules. And then you'll notice when I click Done, there's a check mark here. When you completed the quiz, there'll be a check mark here too. And once you've submitted a post, there'll be a check mark here. Right. You can also access the discussions here on the discussion tab. So here you'll see all the discussions so far, the introduction to module post. If you click grades, that's where you'll be able to see what your grades are. So once I grade it, you'll see your score here. So how many points out of 20, that's what module posts are out of, and how many points out of 8 it would be your score for your quiz. And you'll have, it'll show you kind of a running total of things. This course is out of points. The explanation is in the syllabus, so I ask you to kind of read through it. And again, if you want to see your assignments that are due, you can also click here on the Assignments tab. So pretty much everything there in the modules, from quizzes to discussions to assignments, you can also go to that specific tab if you just want to go to that item and not scroll through all the modules. All right, so that's been our tutorial. Hopefully this helps you out in knowing what to do through each week. Again, if anything isn't working or you have a question on something or something isn't clear, by all means send me an email. I'm always available for you, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Other than that, welcome to the course and good luck on this first module.